Okay, guys, in this video, I will share four picks from my NHL betting model. Yesterday, it went 3-0. Let's check yesterday's picks. Florida, basically four picks. Florida over, Pittsburgh, Montreal over, and New York Islanders. I had regulation plus 0.5, but it was also winning bet, straight underdog, so it would be even better profit. But anyway, let's go to today's projections, and at the end of the video I will also give you a couple of tips how to improve as a sports bettor, because this is the question I received a couple of times last week, and I will give you some ideas. I hope this will help you. Okay, but let's start first with projections. So as I said, I have created completely new NHL betting model with a lot of options. I'm testing it right now. 9 wins, 5 losses, profit 4.18, yield or ROI 22, but this is still small sample size, so let's move to projections. Okay, Vancouver Canucks against Tampa Bay Lightning. I think Tampa Bay, not Vancouver, will start, I think, with Silovs. So I have league average goalie here, and based on my projections, there is not enough value. But if I need to pick, I would probably go with Vancouver Canucks based on current odds, as because based on my projections, they are slightly underrated. Vegas Golden Knights, Washington Capitals, Aiden Hill against Logan Thompson. Based on my projections, Washington should be small favorite, although this is close to 50-50 game. Bookmakers have Washington at uh, 2.18 or plus 118, and and we have Washington as a one unit play based on the rules I set here, right? So those who will have my betting model for NHL, I yesterday I have created whole guide how to use it, what kind of statistics we use. I think it is 20-page document about this NHL betting model. It is in the masterclass right now. Also, the video, 30-minute video about how to use it with all the details. So if you use it, you will know how to adjust for your needs. Okay. Devils against Carolina, Markstrom against Kochetkov. Based on my projections, there is a value with Carolina at 1.70 for 1.5 unit and over 6. Okay, because my betting model projected 6.72 goals. Bookmakers have it at 6. If I check here at over 6, my projected line is 1.74, bookmakers 1.88, and it will highlight. It will not. This is the. I need to reproject this because right, and the goal is just a second. Okay, over under. My projected line 1.68 in decimal. Okay, or minus 148 on over 6, and bookmaker will highlight here, which is the betting model will highlight this. If you use American odds, this would be, I don't know, one minus 115, for example. Okay, it would be a value. Okay, this is why I have over in this game. So Carolina and over. Okay, Florida Columbus Blue Jackets. We still don't have the odds yet. So Spencer Knight against Elvis Merzlikis. We should probably wait for the latest odds with the lineups and maybe goalie confirmation. So if you live in Canada, if you have the time, I don't know when this information will come out, maybe in the morning, you should also adjust the lineups. You should also adjust the goalie. That's why I mentioned in my previous videos that the NHL is not most friendly market for me, because based on my lifestyle, I don't wait until 1 in the morning for the latest information. But if you have this, you can adjust. But if Florida Panthers against Columbus Blue Jackets start with Spencer Knight and Elvis Merzlikis with the lineups that I have right now, Florida should be 67.93% of chance, and if we turn this into the odds, we get minus 212 or 1.47. So if you get, I don't know, 1.6 or something like that, I think that would be a value. With Florida, they're playing back to back. We can reproject this line. We can reproject this. We can reproject this Columbus. Okay, so this is my line. And let's say that the bookmaker's line is 1.6, there would be a value. So if you use American odds, let's say minus 178, I don't know, this is no minus, let's say minus 90 or something, minus 200 and 200, so minus 178. That would be value with Florida as well, if it will be minus 178. Okay, I will go back to uh, back to back to my decimal odds. Also, you can also add here back to back, so that the projections will change a little bit, but back to back game effect is a little bit lower when team is on a road back to back. So it is much bigger effect on home back to back. Okay, this is the data that show. I found this on other sites that they made this analysis. I don't remember which site was, but I don't give that much attention to back to back, especially on the road. But of course, you have the option with betting model, so you can adjust it. If you have betting model, you can even adjust a little bit bigger percentage back in the betting model if you want to give more weight to back to backs. Okay, Minnesota St. Louis. Minnesota is starting with new goalie, so league average, but even with him in the net, if even with league average goalie, there is not enough value. Seattle, Nashville, Joey Decourt against Jose Saros. I think the odds are completely fair. Also, the totals are the same. My projected bookmakers total: San Jose, Dallas. Based on my projections, Dallas should be at 1.25. They are 1.28. I think there is no value. Also, the odds will probably drop a little bit on Dallas. I don't know. We will see. Chicago Blackhawks against Calgary Flames. Peter Mrazek against Wolf. I think he's not qualified yet, but if we put league average goalie, there is Calgary Flames for 2 unit. So I made also projection with who is the second goalie. I don't remember, but I made projection for with the second goal. So this is just speculation. The value is a little bit smaller, but I think we have some value with Calgary Flames. I think they are 3-0 so far this season. Of course, this is small sample size, but as I said, we have a value with Calgary. Okay, Philadelphia, Edmonton, Samuel Ersson against Stuart Skinner. The odds are completely fair. My projected odds 1.48, bookmakers 1.47, and those are the totals, which are the same. So if we make quick summary, Washington 1 unit, Carolina 1.5, over 6, and Calgary 2 units. Okay, maybe I made a mistake with this because you can simply stay away from the games or analysis where you don't have enough information about the goalie. Or you can also, because I made the rankings for the goalies. One is the average. If the goalie is better, then the number is smaller. For example, Shesterkin is, I don't know, 0.9 or 0.8 or something like that. If the goal is worse than league average, then it is 1.25, for example. Okay, so when the team plays against him, then you multiply with this factor, so we can expect that he will receive a little bit more goals, okay, because he's worse than league average. But once we don't have enough information about the goalie, then we just put league average, so we don't know if he's better or worse. So the best guess is the number one. Okay, so it will basically take league average number for the goalie. And this is just rough projection for such game. Okay, so those are all my projections for today. I will now try to answer how to improve as a sports bettor, because this is the question I received a couple of times last week. So the first thing is you need to measure everything. Okay, what you don't measure, you cannot improve. Simply as that. Okay, so if you bet and if you don't measure it, you basically you're wasting time. This is the worst thing. Okay, because after a year or two, you will see that you could be good sports bettor, but you don't have the data, right? So you don't have the data. And when you don't have the data, then you don't know what to improve and how to improve, right? So when if you start betting, or if you bet right now, today is the best day to start tracking and track everything: what you bet, when you bet, or how many units. Set the strict rules, because once you have the strict rules, then you know that this is the process and this is what you're tracking. If you just make bets based on your opinion, or if you just make bets by following others, you don't know what to measure, right? Because you're just throwing balls like a lottery, right? So this is just wasting time. Okay, so even if you lose everything, but if you measure it, you can improve it. Okay, simple as that. And the second thing, how to improve as a sports better: rely on data. Okay, so one thing is measuring. The second thing is relying on data. Okay, not on opinions, because opinions are always biased. Okay, I have a friend who is very successful. He runs a multi-million dollar company, and he said always that when they started, or every entrepreneur, when he starts, the biggest mistake is making decisions based on opinions. It is all about analytics. Everything is all about analytics. Sports betting, Amazon, Yahoo, Google, every business, it is all about analytics. Okay, because what many sports bettors do, they don't have any system, they don't have any betting model. Even if you have the worst sports betting model, or the worst sports betting system, you still have one well defined thing that you can measure, or which relies on data. And then even if it is the worst, even if this sucks, you can still improve it, right? But most people don't have it, and they simply rely on opinions. And then they watch the game, they wait 5 games, and they make their own bets in their head. And then they say, oh, I would guess this, so my opinion is good. No, repeat this for 10,000 bets, repeat this for 10 years, you cannot do it. Okay, and that's why so many sports bettors lose, because they rely on opinion and on sports knowledge. And the third thing, how to improve as a sports bettor: stop watching games. Okay, unless you can make regression analysis, unless you can calculate probabilities, unless you don't know how to convert probabilities into the odds, unless you don't know how to make, I don't know, your first sports betting model, you don't have time to watch games. Okay, watching games is just fun. Okay, I'm not telling you that you should stop watching games, but if I coach someone, usually nobody listen, they should stop watching games. Okay, watching games will harm you. Okay, it creates addictions, and it takes your time. So people don't have time 5 minutes for copy pasting, and they have time 3 hours watching games. Okay, this is who watches TV. Nobody. Successful people don't watch TV. Okay, simple as that. Okay, and the competition is very hard. Okay, there is a ad for Lamborghini. Sorry, they always correct me. There is an ad for Lamborghini. We don't promote Lamborghini on TV, because people who can afford Lamborghini don't watch TV. Okay, watching TV, watching sports is waste of time. And if you don't know how to make regression analysis, if you don't know how to use simple statistics, you simply cannot afford to watch TV. Simple as that. It is up to your goals, what you want from your life. If you want to have more fun, if you want to be serious bettors, this is up to every single person. I'm not here to tell anyone what to do. I just uh, try to tell you how to improve as a sports bettors, and those are the steps. It is similar if you want to be pro athlete, and then you go to a coach and he will tell you, okay, stop eating sugar. And you'll say, okay, I like to eat chocolate and sugar when I watch TV with my family. Okay, this is completely fine. I'm not telling you to stop this, but if you want to be pro athlete, you will need to cut off sugar. Simply as that. Okay, the same is in sports betting. Okay, watching games is waste of time. Okay, because if you spend this extra time for analyzing games, for learning, for actually doing spreadsheets, you will make more money in the end. You will make more bets, winning bets. You will be smarter, and you will have better journey. Okay. Uh, this is the mindset. This is why the mindset is everything. Okay. The mindset is everything in sports betting. Okay. Even I see the most successful sports bettors that I see, they are very detail oriented. They know what they are doing. They pay attention to the details. They have good money management, time management. So it is always a problem. Not problem, but the biggest problems have those who don't take it seriously and who mix sports with sports betting. Okay, sports and sports betting are completely two different things. Okay, sports is just activity, watching games is just fun, and this has nothing to do with sports betting. Sports betting is all about numbers and analytics and investment. This sports betting has much more with numbers, analytics, math, economics, investing, than with the sports is just the tool. uh, Sports is just the pool of information where they were so smart that they take the data from these events, and they know that there is a lot of men who loves these sports and who are willing to risk. Okay, and this is a great game. But if you understand all the differences, then you can make better steps, and those are the steps. Okay, it is not for everyone. I know everyone will not take the steps. I'm also not here to tell anyone what to do, but this is the reality. Okay, and I hope you will get some idea. If not, completely okay, because I also love watching games. Okay, this Sunday I was watching NFL a little bit. This is completely addict sport. Also NHL is amazing. Baseball is a little bit boring. NBA, I don't like to watch that much NBA. It is better Euro basketball. But the problem is when you watch games because of sports betting. Okay, if you sit at home and if you're with family on Sunday and if you watch half hour of, I don't know, NFL, it is completely okay. But watching 4 hours games, unless you don't have the knowledge, unless you're not there where you want to be, I don't know, this is complete waste of time, I think. Okay, I speaking for myself. Okay, so it's up to every single person what he will do, but watching games is waste of time. So uh, rely on data, measure everything, and don't waste your time. Okay, because we have limited time, and if you're not there where you want to be in terms of sports betting, first focus on improving uh, and becoming better sports better, and start with the mindset. Okay, always remember, Lamborghini don't make ads on TV because people who can afford Lamborghini don't watch TV. Simple as that. Okay, they also say you will always have big problem. You see, people who buy, I don't know, a product for $100, they will ask you, hey, can I buy it for $50 American? When you sell something for 5,000 American dollars, they will just tell you, just give me where can I pay? Because the mindset is different, right? The mindset is different. Those who can afford Lamborghini or who buy a Lamborghini, they don't have any questions. They know everything. They know the price, they know the value, they study, and then they pay without any questions. Okay, those who buy Toyota, so those who buy Toyota, they have always more questions. Okay, so they will always bargain about the price, and it is all about the mindset, right? So it is, so once you understand the world, once you understand business, once you understand betting, it is everywhere the same. Okay, it all starts with the mindset. So how you can improve as a sports bettor? Improve the mindset. Okay, improve the mindset, be more detail oriented, research everything, and then once you decide for the action, do it. Okay, don't jump from one thing to other thing. It is all about focus. And when you watch games, you lose the focus. Okay, when you watch the scores, when you watch phone whole day, you lose the focus. And those people who are very sharp in their life, they are very sharp, and they don't waste time, and their focus for the things that are not useful. Okay, I have one friend who's also very successful, and we were sitting in one cabin, and we all had PlayStation at that time, and but he was the most successful of all of us, right? And I asked him, "Do you have PlayStation?" And he said, "I don't have PlayStation." And I said, "Why not?" And he said, "I simply don't buy things, and I simply don't waste time for the things that don't help me in my life." So very simple, right? So don't do things that don't help you, and watching games is not helpful. Okay, following picks is not helpful. Making bets without measuring is not helpful, because you are making some bets and you don't measure it, you don't track it, you don't track the data. It is basically a waste of time, and after 5 years you will realize that you didn't do anything. Okay, and the time cannot be reversed. Okay, so I hope you got the idea. I will stop now. But again, those who wanted only the picks, they could watch the picks, but maybe two three guys are listening me a little bit longer, and I hope you got the ideas, and I really appreciate your time to watch me. Everything I say it with intention to help you. Okay, I I don't have anything from this, right? So I want to help you, but everything always starts with the mindset. Okay, everything. Okay, relationships, business, sports betting, being pro athlete. Everything is about the mindset. Okay, if you have the good mindset, you will fix everything. If you have poor mindset, you will not fix anything. Okay, it is all about mindset. Okay, in sports betting, start with basics, because if you will not good at the basics, you will waste years and probably life losing. And even if you figure out basics and you will be good at basics, then you will see, okay, sports betting is not for me, and this you can figure this out in, I don't know, in 3 months. But when people bet, if I would be coach or dictator, if I but I'm, of course, I'm not telling anyone what to do, but if I would, let's say that I'm coaching my son and he wants to be professional sports bettor, I would not let him watch any game. I would not let him place a bet until he cannot create his own betting model, until he cannot make regression analysis, until he cannot make, I don't know, all these statistics, understands everything from a closing line value, calculating probabilities. And then after he knows everything, then I would let him watch the games for the first time and place the bet for the first time. Okay, if you cannot calculate, if you cannot, if you don't know the formula how to turn, I don't know, decimal odds into American odds, you should not bet, you should not place a bet. Okay, first you need to understand the basics. Okay, this is how I would coach my son. Okay, of course I'm not that to sports better, but I hope you got the idea. Okay, because this will save you time. For the basics, you can spend 1 month, 3 months, depends on your knowledge. Of course, someone who didn't use any math for last 20 years, of course he cannot just, I don't know, magically become very good. But in some normal time you can figure it out all and then start betting. Okay, this is how I would do. Okay, because I also wasted a lot of time, because I always needed to improve something, adjust it. But and there, even when you understand the basics, there is so many things to learn after that. And if you don't have good basics, your opportunities will be limited. Okay, I don't know how to say this. Okay, but it is always about the mindset. If you have the mindset, you understand this, you will be good at the basics, and then you will make much more profit in the long run, because the long run will happen sooner or later. Okay, maybe you win today, maybe you win this month, but sooner or later long run will hit us all. Okay, and it is the only thing that matters is a long run. Because if you bet for 20 years, and then before you die or before we leave this world, then we look back and we say, okay, sports betting was a benefit in my life, I made a profit, I took these profits, reinvested, sports betting helped my life, I don't know, whatever, right? But it is always after 20 years, right, or 30 years, or before we die. But if you win first year because you follow someone and he's lucky, or I don't know. And then when you look back of before you die and you see it is all red numbers, you didn't learn anything. I don't know if this is a benefit, right? um, Even if you follow peaks for 5 years and you make, I don't know, $5 American or maybe, and then red numbers, or I don't know, if you look back and if you didn't make a profit, if this is not benefit, you just wasted time for watching games. You lost nerves. There was a lot of stress. You could spend this time for family, I don't know, outside in the nature, and you didn't even make a profit. I don't know if this is a benefit, right? So a long run will always hit us. Okay, so don't don't focus if you have one negative season out of 30 years, right? But you must look in the long run. And successful sports bettors for me are those who are successful for more than 20 years overall. Okay, so right now this is 2024, 2025. I started in 1998, so this is what, 27 years of sports betting. I had bad years, I lost bankrolls, but overall I'm here. And overall, when I look back, sports betting was a benefit for me. Okay, so always long term. Okay, always look at the long run. Okay, that's it from me today. Thank you for watching. See you next time.